doesn't make any sense. No, it's in that yeah. I don't know what
How are they?
I'm enjoying them.
That's wonderful with the daffodils behind you and everything.
Well,
Happy Daffodil Day.
welcome to the season finale of the Daffodil Meadow.
Perfect.
One of them might have been brought out. I know, spiky.
Oh, you can't imagine. I can't imagine the sanctuary at all.
Hello, everybody! Hello! Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome to the Daffodil Festival. Welcome to the Daffodil Festival! Thank you so much for being here. It's so wonderful, like honestly, to see everyone. It's so great. Honey is going to be telling a few stories today. So they're going to tell one story, and then there's going to be a little intermission after. So there'll be one story, and then Honey will leave. There'll be more time to get up, piss, eat, and then they're going to ring the fwad on the way back in, and then we'll know it's time to like sit back down and hear the daffodil story. So, yeah. Anyway, it's so wonderful. I'm so happy, and here's Honey. Yeah, hey.
This mother possum, she had a pouch full of babies. And this one baby, it just didn't sit right. It just irritated the mother so bad. Whole pregnancy, she was pushing and pulling on that thing. Ooh, she got to the point where she wished she didn't have that baby at all. Come time that baby was born. That baby was born with this cloud over their head. That cloud followed them wherever they went. You don't belong. You don't belong. The other animals, they saw this, and they ooh, we can pick on this one. The blue jay would come down and peck the head and fly off. The squirrel would grab the tail and run. They taunt the child. Ooh, you the ugliest creature in the forest. You know that, don't you? Well, the possum was like, shit, I got to do something. I know. I'll go ask the turtle. I think the turtle will know. Go to the turtle. Turtle say, shit, do what I do. Just go in your dang shell. Ignore it. Just fucking ignore it. They'll leave you. Just ignore it. All right, I'll try that. How you ignore screaming? How can you ignore it? Oh no. Maybe the bear will know. I think the bear might know. Fuck them! Kick their ass! Stand up for yourself! Be strong! Oh yeah, I do that. Sure, that's how I do. Fuck them, man. Blue jay come peck the head. By the time he fucking flew off. Squirrel grabbed the tail. Have you ever seen a race between a squirrel and a possum? Well, maybe the freaking hawk would know. The hawk, yeah, I'll check on the hawk. And go to the hawk. Hawk say, well, I watch it all. Let me just tell you, I watch it all. Do what they do. Possum's like, all right, I'll try that. Came the best damn possum in the whole fucking forest. Good to everybody, helpful, wonderful, beautiful possum, beautiful. The cloud did not go away. Sometimes they would go to the mountain and they would look into the sky, and they looked so deep into the sky they would lose themselves. In that moment, the cloud wasn't there. Sometimes they would go to the stream and they would sit by the stream and they would listen to the sound and they would watch the water and they would lose themselves in that. Cloud wasn't there then either. But pretty much it was there. And one night, screaming so loud, you don't belong, you don't belong. Screaming so loud. And Possum was like, fuck, I done everything. There's nothing left I can do. I done everything I could do. And they let go. And in that moment of letting go, another voice began to arise. You got to learn to love what is as it is. That's the journey. You got to learn to love what is as it is. That's the journey. Love's journey began. It was, what does love look like in this moment? Continually answering that question and watching the journey unfold from that place. Later on, it became what adds life. To this moment, what would add life? And do that. You continually answer that question. And you watch the path unfold. It's a journey. It's love's journey. This is the journey. This moment, right now, this moment. You know, a journey is a very long time. And you have a beginning of a journey, you have a middle of a journey, and you have an end of a journey. That's a journey, right? A journey has an end. A journey has a time where it says, oh, that's the journey. This is that moment for me. This is that moment where I think, are you kidding me? This is where this journey has brought me? In a fucking field of daffodil with you? Beautiful meadow, just fucking spring bass, swings, fucking food, abundance everywhere. Look, this is where this journey brought me? Are you fucking kidding me? What a fucking it blows. I'm like, what? Whoever would have known? I also want to acknowledge one other piece. It's very important. There are people who say, you are not only not helpful to me, you were hurtful to me. You are someone that held me back, did me wrong. And so I want to hold that I hold both of those. I hold that I gave the best I had, and sometimes it wasn't enough. I got to tell you, sometimes it wasn't enough, really, the reality. And so it's important to acknowledge that both of those exist in this moment and in this way. I I think you understand. So I'd like everybody that's here to celebrate this last step in my journey to stand. If you have been here 5 years or less, I thank you, and I'd ask you to have a seat. If you've been here 5 to 10 years, I thank you and ask you to have a seat. If you've been here 10 to 20 years, I thank you and ask you to have a seat. If you've been here more than 20 years in this field, I mean really, if you've been here more than 20 years in this field, we thank you. We so effing thank you for being the continuum to hold this space.
Thank you, love.
Thank you. And I ask you to have a seat. And so I'd also like to acknowledge all those things we can't necessarily see. And some of the ones we do, the four-legged, the winged ones, the ones that crawl, they are community too. And then there are those that are here that maybe they aren't seen by the eyes but are just more felt by the heart. And so I'd like to acknowledge them as well. And so in this moment, this is community. This is community. The only question, really, it's really the only question. How deeply can we hold each other? That's really the only question. So I'm going to step out, get a little outfit change, come back, maybe tell another story.
Ooh.
My city code.
Watching the shows. There's a lot of changes. And since she was
like the highest summer, and there were these tall flowers. They're about this tall, and I was sitting in the garden on my little garden bench, and I saw this butterfly on this flower, and I was watching this butterfly on this flower, and I was just watching it and watching it and watching it, and I'm like, that butterfly ain't moving. That butterfly ain't moving. And so I went over and investigated why this butterfly wasn't moving. Its little probe was stuck down in the flower and had died that way.
wow.
I was like, You gonna die sucking on the essence? That's how you going out? You going out sucking on the essence? And I thought to myself, that's how I want to go. There was a time when all the flowers, they bloomed underground. Above ground, it was nasty. Let's just get real. It was nasty. Cold, wet. The sun never came out.
That's sad.
It was nasty. And the people reflected it. They were glum. They wore, everything was brown and gray. That was it, brown and gray. And people walked with a heaviness. Their eyes were open, but they were not awake. One day, this band of fairies right over here came onto the land. And they're looking around like, I know what y'all need. I know exactly what y'all need. Y'all need a party. Let's get real. Y'all need a party. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Right? And they call all the people around to the center. They always carry with them something like this, magic wand, something like this, similar. They always carried it with them. And they always invited their friends to the party, right? And so they pointed to the south. Spirit of the South, that is us. We honor you and welcome you. And the people yelled 4 times. They yelled this 4 times. Hail South, hail South, hail South, hail South. South came, he scratched the earth a little bit, just loosened it, right? Made it soft again. Then they held that wand and they held it to the west. Spirit of the West, that is us, we honor you, we welcome you. Hail West, hail West, hail West, Hell West. West heard it and came. You ever had that rain that it wasn't quite rain, but it wasn't quite not rain? Like an in-between kind of thing? Could have been. I'm sure it was. How could it not be? Really? And it brought this beautiful, that melt into the crack that the South had made. Then they held that wand to the north. Spirit of the North, that is us, we honor you, welcome you. Hail North, hail North, hail North, hail North. North came, blew all that old messy ass air out of the room. Gone. And the people for the first time breathed deep. Oh, they took it in and they're like, damn, I ain't breathed like that in a minute. You know that breath that you take, that you didn't know you were holding your breath? That was the breath they took. I didn't even know I was holding. And then they breathed. They thought, this is good. They held that wand east. East. Hail east. Hail east. Hail east. Hail east. East came. Sunshine. Woo! Fucking sunshine. Are you kidding me? People were like, whoa, this is a lot. Meanwhile, underneath the ground, the flowers like, y'all, something going on up there. Somebody need to go check it out. Something happening. It's real up there. Something gotta go. I ain't going. Shit's nasty up there. I ain't going that. Who? Nasty. Then they took that wand. They held it straight up. And they said, mystery! We honor you and welcome you. And the people said, guess what? Hail mystery! Hail mystery! Hail mystery! Hail mystery! Mystery came down, and then the directions started dancing together. Round and round they went. And the fairy said, life here has begun. Meanwhile, underground, the flowers are like, somebody got to go. Y'all, something going on. Somebody got to go. Daffodil say, fuck it, we'll go. We'll fucking go. They all pop their head up. What's going on? Oh my God. The people had never seen color. They have fucking never seen color. Like, look around you. There ain't nothing but yellow and brown and gray. Could you imagine the first time you saw yellow? What that would do to you? First time you saw yellow, what that would do to you? That's what it did to them. Exactly. It's exactly what it did to them. They start dancing, eating, dancing, making love. Put the daffodils in their hair, putting in their body, all over their bodies. And they start dancing. And they dance round and round. Something woke up when they saw that color. Something woke up inside them, a part of them that they had not known before. That was always there, but they had not known. And it woke up something that was here, and as they danced and as they moved, the thing woke up more and more. The more they danced and the deeper they danced, the more it woke up. It was really like this thing where it starts to grow, and it has this, people begin to notice, you glowing. Oh shit, you glowing. But everybody had a particular color. No two colors were alike. The more they danced, the more they saw who they were. Like not who they thought they, but who they were. Oh, they were so, oh my God, they danced even harder. The more they saw, the harder they danced. Every year they would do this, and they were so excited. And they would dance their hopes and their dreams and their joys, and they would just dance and dance, and they would begin to see each other, and they would begin this like, it began to move up their body, and it began to move out the top of their head. And it began to move like this. And the people, they saw this, and they saw this thing moving above these people's heads like this. And it made them dance even harder. And then those things started to weave together. They started to touch each other. The essence of each person began to touch the other. And first, it was like, have you ever been to the frigging fair and you had those stupid colors and you squirted them on the thing and it spun and made the most beautiful thing you ever saw in your life? Literally the most beautiful thing you ever saw in your life. I thought that's the most beautiful thing I ever saw in my life when I first saw that. Literally. I still do. I really still do. But that's what it was like. And the people would see this and they would be like, whoa, they were freaking out. They were totally freaking out. They would see what was they were, and it became clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer every time they danced. It became clearer and clearer. Their hopes, their dreams all coming together, weaving together into this one thing that became so clear in this magic, frigging, stupid moment fell out of the frigging sky into their frigging hands. The quilt. Literally. We're standing there and the fucking thing fall right in our fucking hand.
Whoa!
Seriously. Were you here at that festival? Who was here at that festival? Exactly. You know what I mean? Fell right into our friggin' hands. Oh, we were so fucking happy. You have no clue how happy we were. Oh, Lord have mercy. We have forgotten, though. We woke up the directions. The South would sometimes come, and they would rumble the earth so fucking hard, it would, the whole friggin' building would collapse. The West would bring so much rain and water, flood everything. North, so much wind, every tree blow down. East brings so much sun, dry everything up. You can't, like the flies come to your mouth for water. That happened to me here, by the way. And sometimes it happened all at once. Now, the people, they knew gloom. They had lived gloom. And they knew some now of joy. They knew about that. They did not know fear. They didn't know uncertainty. They didn't know pain in this way. Not the dull pain, but the pain of things happening in a way that touches you so deep to your very survival. They didn't know that. And they did what people do when people don't know. They begin to blame each other. If you ain't acting like a fool, none of this would ever be happening. Your fault. Okay, I'm going to go on and say it. I'm just going to say it out loud. All right? Let's just say it out loud for once. We'd be better off if you weren't here. All right, I said it. Ain't there somewhere else you can be? Can't you be somewhere else? Oh, Lord have mercy, can't you feel it? People have been miserable. They're so miserable. On the darkest night, the longest night, they went out into the fields. So miserable. You ever been that miserable that you scream from the very core of your misery? That's what the people did that night. This is how it sounded. Right? Right? It was the ancestors who heard it. The friggin' ancestors. They were like, oh, our people need us, we got to go. There ain't no way we can't go, there ain't no way to go. How we can't go? Night after night, they'd scream, scream, scream. Nothing. Finally, they said, well, let's check in with them fairies, see what they think. Well, if to receive the help you need to create a way for that help to get to you. You got to create a portal. And people are like, what is a portal? What is a portal? You know, like a freaking door or a window. Something for something to come through. Portal. People had no idea. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, portal. No. You know who it was? I forgot to bring her out. Dang it. Big no. It was the grandmother who knew. The grandmother had been watching births and deaths, births and deaths, births and deaths. The grandmother knew all about portals. She's like, oh, I got this one. I got this one. She started weaving people's stories together. She was weaving in a circle. So she weaving from that old dang tattered dang quilt that was so frayed and fragile at this point. She weaved the stories. Pain, hurt, mistrust, disappointment, sadness, stuckness. She weaved it all of it in there. Round and round she went. And finally, this moment came where the two ends met. Boom. Portal. Fucking portal. Go, go, go. Portal, y'all, go. That ain't a foot bone, that's a jawbone. That ain't a hip bone, that's a hip bone. I don't care, just go. Right there. It happened right there. Came right through there. Bone person. People remember that. Came right through there. When the bone person you are now the holders of the seed of life. The seed that has been passed on since the beginning of time. It's your privilege now to hold this seed. The only thing you will leave behind in this world, the only thing, how well did you pass on the seed? It's the seed that lives. And what feeds the seed, of course? No mystery here, but very challenging. We know we failed you. We didn't pass it perfectly on to you. We passed our wounds on to you. We passed our fears on to you. We know this. It's so much fucking easier, I gotta tell you, to see it from this side. Y'all, really. From this side, it becomes very clear. What adds life? It becomes very clear if I've given you the food for your seed or I've sucked it from you. This becomes very clear. How did I feed the seed? People are like, that's a lot. That's a little lot, okay, that's a little lot. That's all right. Good message. Good message. Spring came and gardens to plant. People to care for. Summer came, harvest. Fall came, firewood. Everybody had the same name. How are you? I'm busy. Oh, busy. I saw busy just said, I'm busy. Everybody busy. Like, y'all, everybody busy. Then a long winter came and spring was approaching, and meanwhile underground, Daffodil's like, you going to that party this year? I don't think so. They just fucking objectify us. They just want us for our beauty. They don't care shit about us. They don't care shit about us. They objectify us. Y'all, we just here for them. Fuck that. I don't want to play like that. You don't want them to sit right on top of me? Like to fucking smother my ass? Well, you know, I've been stepped on more than once. Really? No, I ain't going. People wait, watching. Green, no flowers. Where are the flowers? Where are the flowers? No flowers. People are like, what happened? What happened? What happened? Maybe they're too close. Maybe not enough sun. Maybe this. Maybe it's your fault. No, I ain't going there. I ain't going there. And they turn to their grandmother, and the grandmother, they say, Grandmother, what do you think? What do you think's going on here? And the grandmother's like, She didn't do much but kind of rock in her chair and watch things. That's basically what she did. That was her life. And she said, I don't rightly know. But I think we should contemplate on it. Contemplate? Who got time to contemplate? I'm so busy. She's saying, well, maybe you need a place away from your work. A place you can go to that you can just let it go. Maybe you need a separate place. People go, that's a good idea. Daffodil Meadow Contemplation Center. That's a good idea. Well, let me tell you, I know exactly what it should be like. Wait a minute. I think I know what it should. Well, Spirit told me what it should look like. Oh, they start arguing about what it should look like. What's going to happen? Lord have mercy. They all went into the, they went to the forest. One went by the stream and heard the stream. One heard the woodpecker, one heard the bird song, one heard the sound of the wind through the leaves. And they thought, if I could sound like this, you ever hear something and it touches you so deep in the natural world? And they said, oh, if I could sound like this, they would hear me. So they made instruments. They came back and made all these instruments to sound like the sounds that they heard. And they came to the circle and said, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. And they all started playing at once, and it was just like craziness. And they kept playing, but they started listening to each other while they were playing. Like both started happening at the same time. And then something started to emerge from that. There was this kind of what they call harmony that came from that. And so the bathhouse came into being. A place where people could go and find that harmony within. And the people started going. Like that song and get that spring back. Nice. Slow it down. And the people started listening a little deeper. Their minds started quieting a little bit. You know how you can get relaxed and your mind can quiet? You ain't got to run so much. And they started to listen. They heard the daffodils. Oh, y'all, wait a minute. We hurt our friends. Wait a minute. We took our friends for granted. Wait a minute. We didn't see who they were. We didn't see. We missed this. Oh, the people felt so bad. They felt bad, right? And so they went out into the field and they all touched the ground. So sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Well, that year, the daffodils, all right, we'll come back. All the daffodils popped back up. Everybody's so happy. And the grandmother smiled. That night, the bone person come through the portal and say, Grandma, your work here is done. And took her hand and led her through. The next morning, the people awoke to her passing. Oh, great grandmother, wonderful grandmother, beautiful, beautiful person, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Then they realized, wait a minute. See, the grandma, she held all the stories. She held everybody's story. The authority on the story. Right? She was gone. And it created this space in this room with her passing. And then people start thinking, maybe I can tell my story. Maybe there's room enough for my story now. And the people began to tell their own story. It was a lot of stories of pain. It was a lot of stories of being not seen. And the people began to like, oh, your story like my story. Let's talk. Your story like my story. Let's talk. And they thought a lot about the power that happens of who gets to tell the story. It's a very powerful thing. The storyteller is very powerful, by the way. Right? Who gets to tell the story is where the power is. This is just the reality. And they started looking around, like whose story, you know, who has the power. You're taking up a lot of space out here, Daffodil. I mean, I can't really, literally, hardly walk without stepping on you. I mean, really? You ain't native, are you? Are you what they consider invasive? Are you invasive? Maybe we should celebrate you. Daffodil, like, what you want me not to move? What you want? People divided out into their, and they needed it. They needed to know that there were people that understood. They needed to know that they didn't have to explain. But then there came this time where they're like, we still need each other. They had no clue how to come back together. They had no clue. Do I hug you? Can I kiss you? Can you even see my face? What do I do? They had no freaking clue. And they started thinking, well, what do we do? Who here knows about community? Please tell me, who here knows about community? And they started looking around, and they were like, are you kidding me? The forest, the trees. The trees know about community. Look at the life they hold. And they say, yeah, I'll walk through the forest and I feel something. Everything, nothing is not. Speak through vibration. Universal language, vibration. Everything is vibrating. Everything is vibrating. You pick up this. Everything's vibrating. And they say, oh yeah, I walk through the forest and I can feel this vibration. Like it's speaking to me, but I can't quite hear what it's saying. You know, like you hear conversations in the background, but you hear the voices, but you can't quite know what they're talking about. And that's when it dawned on me. Oh, we need a forest wisdom vibrational amplifying device. Of course. It's exactly what we need. The trees thought this was a great idea and immediately offered to help in every way they could. So for the year, everybody working together, the trees, the people coming together, put this thing up, and they don't even put, and the last piece comes into play. It takes the whole community to put it up. The community gathered, came through the portal, went out. There's this thing. It ain't the first log gong that's ever been in play in this world. I don't imagine. I can imagine there's been thousands of years of them. I don't know. I don't know this for a fact. But I imagine it to be true. But what else I imagine? The first ringing. Boof! The first ringing. That was celebrated. It took the community and they got it up. And everybody, you know, there's a little comfort in, like, oh, you don't know. But they were fixing to find out. It was fixing to be foretold. So they put it, boom! Big up, boom! Boom! Vibration so friggin' intense. It blew a hole right in this tree. Friggin' a hole in the tree! That hole became known as breathwood. Breathwood would be a space that nobody owned, but everyone belonged. Breathwood would be that space that people could gather, figure shit out, come together again. And the people start coming together. Oh, wait, not you. Oh, not you. Not you. You hurt me and you hurt my friend. Not you. What do you mean, not me? I recognize I hurt people. I own that. I'm working with that. Not you. We are creating a culture of accountability, consent, and respect. Everybody was right. Everybody was wrong. What, you tell me I can't come home?
No.
This home I've called for home? You tell me I can't come home? I'm setting boundaries and I'm taking space. Okay? I'm setting boundaries and I'm taking space. And you need to respect that. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to talk to me, and I will not be talking to you. The community divided. Hearts were broken, spirits were shattered. Some dreams ended, and some began to take root. And so it was. For one more time, they took hands and walked through the portal together.
Because it's time, my friend.
Maybe.
Let's go. I'm always the last. Just cut. Okay. Apparently I bet we could cut between these two. Yeah, we're just gonna cut. We're cutting it. We're not letting us do it. Oh, we are. Yeah, I'm the one. Are we adding? Oh, they're coming out.
Can we be two lines?
We're splicing. We're splicing.
Oh, you thought you did. We on the other side, baby.
Okay.
We on the other side, baby. Feature very different.
Let's not tell that story.
I'm sure to drink your Kool-Aid.
Hello. Hello, my. Oh, okay. Watch out for this sprig of a tree.
This spiral thing has a maze. If you really put it down, it had like this tiny little
Log TV, baby.
yeah, it's a little log TV. When he put that down, the little hole, it was like 2-inch diameter. Yeah, so cool. You too. I've never seen anybody do that. The holes were like wide when you put it on top. But it's oh yeah, okay. Yeah. When he put that down, the diameter was like 2 inches.
Where'd she go?
She right here.
Oh, okay.
Making the fundamental. We're on the other side now.
Yeah, we're on the other side.
Totally.
We gotta let them go through. Oh, why are we not moving?
I don't know.
What happened?
I'm not so sure.
I think they're fresher.
You're fresher?
Yeah, fresher. You're fresher, right?
Right.
Fresher?
You know, it's worth it. It's worth the wait. I swear these lines are getting longer.
There should be 2 portals.
Yeah.
Can someone open the
Old me.
Cheese. Hi, cheese.
Do a little bit of a.
Y'all look so refreshed.
It feels really good. I had a total full body orgasm as soon as I was put down.
Wow.
Stepping on bones over here. Don't mind me. Wow.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, right. I was so blown away.
Oh, right. There's some bones that are on here. Portal up, Buttercup. Don't let your friends get knocked out.
So I'll tell you, if you're not going to be in Nashville Friday coming up, come to the drum circle. I feel welcome to come to the drum circle.
Solid line that meets it.
Somebody called Pythagoras.
Okay. The circles. I beg a bleeding. What I'm gonna do, I wanna tell you what I wanna do. I'm gonna I like this one time somebody did it, like you.
I'm gonna squeeze Jocelyn's hand, and then when that squeeze comes back to me, I want us to bow to each other. Bow to the journey that brought us here. Bow to the people that we are. Bow to all the flaws and faults that we bring to this circle. bow to the struggle that we have with each other. I want to bow to that. And then after we bow to that, get comfortable, have a seat, and I would like to open the space up to anyone that would like to say something to the community now that it's gathered. So that's what I would like to do. Is that all right?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay, ready? Wait for the squeeze.
The suspense is killing me. I felt something go through, but I think mischief is happening.
Once the spit's dead.
I think it died. Oh, it didn't.
That's
Even though I'm filming, I'm squeezing just like the rest of you. It's a serious squeeze from me to you. I got you. Thank you for the warning.
But you're supposed to bow once you back.
Mother Meadow.
This is the whole portal.
Keeper of the story.
So anybody that would like to speak to the people as a whole, now is the moment. And just have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
I want to make an announcement that I love this space. I love what this space means. I love what the intention of this space means. You hear me? You were someone that was supportive of me when I had to take on the responsibility of getting the pole up for gathering and getting the pole put up during gathering. You were one of those people that was there when I was a little nervous about taking over Weeder's spot to take on that heavy responsibility. And you followed me throughout that first time that I did it. You can do this, Jeff. Jeff B.I., you can do this. You know what it's like. You know what you need to do, honey, because you've been doing it a number of years already.
I did.
Okay? So the same thing could be said to you. This space is your space. I don't give a shit whether you leave or not. This is your space. Everybody agree with me? Yeah. Okay? That doesn't mean we're denoting or marginalizing any of the other people that are here. But by God, as an elder, I'm telling you, origins matter.
Yes.
The start of a thing matters, right? This is the start of a thing, right here. Do not forget it. Don't marginalize it. Make sure that if any time this space is acknowledged, that the root of this space, which is right here, is acknowledged. Do I have an agreement?
Yes. Doing good. Good. When y'all get settled, and come to brunch this Friday. Friday around 6. little drum circle, have some food, something for the weather environment.
Yeah, well, I'll put out the intention.
Yeah,
I saw the text. And it was really nice to see the pictures to make the, like,
That's a good compliment back. You know, when you'll look at it and you'll be like, oh, I didn't know. Yeah, it was so much fun.